sweethearts! I have yet another Scrawlrbox to unbox. This one is the January 2019 box. So let's get into it. This is the first box in a while that I've actually opened for the first time on camera, because, for reasons. Okay, ooh, I love getting prezzies. Will I take it all out? Yeah, let's get rid of this box. Ooh, I can see already. There's a little sweetie. It says Swizzles. Contains butter. Cool. And, ooh, this is a nice, lovely drawing. It's a very contemporary style I really like. It seems like really personal and introspective, and yeah, I like how they've done line work for some and then left the line work off for other details. That's a really interesting technique. Featured artist is Joby or Giobi, probably Joby. 21-year-old Italian illustrator and graphic design student. Very young, that's cool. Instagram @_Joby, shop that. Blah blah blah, certainty. They want to tell stories. Cool. Aww, that's sweet. I think in these little pictures is a soul of eternal sweetness, an imperfect, ironic person. A 20-something with lots of hopes that just want to express positivity to the others. That's very sweet. I like that. Cool, Joby. And this is the paper. But let us see. I love ripping the paper. Alright, so we got the sticker as usual. We've got the list of goodies. And the Scrawler challenge is growing up. And ooh, look at these pretties. Look at these pretties. First, the Faber-Castell 2H Castell 9000. Let's have a little read of that. Genuinely classic pencil, launched by Count Alexander von Faber-Castell. Wow. Himself, way back in 1905. Its lead is fully bonded with the wood surround. Okay, yeah, you can kind of tell. And is therefore particularly break resistant. Cool. The ideal pencil for all technical and artistic applications, available in a range of shades, blah blah blah. We have supplied you with the 2H, which should be great to lightly sketch out your composition first. It's good to have a break-resistant pencil for people with disabilities, because I am particularly clumsy and prone to dropping. Yeah, cool. I didn't know Faber-Castell was an actual count, which is interesting. So what next draws my eye? The Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen Bullet Nib White 101. I have a particular interest in Pitt pens. I have very, very few of them, but I would like to gain a collection. This should be cool, interesting drawing with a white one. I wish they had supplied some toned paper, because it would be interesting to do some line work in white on toned paper. I really enjoy that technique. What does it say about this one? Combined all the advantages of artist inks with the benefits of a modern, easy-to-use artist quality pen. The pigmented white ink is water-resistant, cool. Permanent once dry, cool. Ideal for sketching on dark paper or adding highlights. Layer it up for more opaque whites to make your work pop. So you have to layer it to get really nice whites. Okay. So waterproof, no, water resistant, that is important. Permanent once dry, so make sure it's dry before you do any sort of layering. Alright, cool. And this one catches my eye next. Pigma Brush Archival Ink. I have a particular interest in these and brush pens as well. I do have a few Pigmas now and quite a few brush pens, but I'm really getting interested lately in trying to practice brush pen lettering. So yeah, this will be cool to play with. What does it say? It says, Sakura Pigma Black. Enjoy the same patented pigment-based ink that Sakura is famous for in a convenient brush tip pen. The flexible tip responds to pressure and changes in direction, allowing you to draw in varying line widths. Thorough ink delivery to the sides and tip of the flexible felt brush make this a great line work pen. Okay, so it's a felt brush, and it's interesting that they're talking about the thorough ink delivery. It looks really nice. I'm kind of excited to try that out. And then we've got yet another Sakura Pigma Micron 01, 0.25mm line. I can't remember how many microns we've gotten in Scrawlrboxes before. It's a pretty regular thing that we get, but that's actually kind of cool because you always need a good fine liner, and yeah, this is a really good one apparently. The first disposable technical pen to use archival ink. The Micron is, the first disposable technical pen to use archival ink. That's really interesting. Archival ink, okay. The Micron is favoured by artists worldwide, which is also a good reason to have multiples because, you know, you'll use it enough that it runs out. The high quality ink is acid free, chemically stable, so that means if you're an exhibiting artist and someone who sells your work, it will last possibly 100 years, you know? That's what they're talking about, whereas other inks might fade and deteriorate at a much faster rate, meaning that your sold work might become less pretty than it is when you sold it while it's on somebody's wall, particularly if it's exposed to sunlight. The high quality ink, yeah, I've read that already. Chemically stable, waterproof, and fade resistant. Waterproof, great. Fade resistant, as I said. No smears, feathers, or bleed through on most papers. Most papers. The strong plastic tip is steel clad for strength, and the small nib gives you the ability to add some fine details to your work. So I'm thinking small details, facial features, and the brush pen, maybe the like the line work on the outside of a body maybe. And then last but not least, we've got some Winsor & Newton Pro markers. And I don't believe I have had any of these before. So how exciting to play with these. The bad thing is these are colours that I'm not particularly attracted to. I've never been attracted to drawing in browns, but these also kind of look quite skin tony. So maybe I should look at it as skin tone nudes rather than browns. I will say that I have a lot of skin tony nude lipsticks, so maybe I should draw some lips. But you know, I've never put them on my lips either. I'm always attracted to the blues and the purples and the reds, so, and the pinks. Yeah, I'm a rainbow girl, not a brown girl, but these will be fun to play with. So it says an expertly versatile alcohol marker. The Pro marker is a must-have. Well, we shall see. Professional quality addition to any marker collection. It's blend-friendly with a malleable alcohol-based translucent ink. Malleable ink? Okay. That probably just means that it's, you know, blend-friendly. It's also twin-tipped with a broad chisel nib for fills at one end and fine bullet nib for smaller details on the other. Cool, cool. Both are very high-quality nibs for consistent streak-free coverage. Cool, cool. And the paper is 20% cotton, acid-free, Also include a small amount of calcium carbonate for pH neutrality. That's also good for artists who sell their work. Acid-free will last a longer amount of time and not deteriorate your ink work. The Lycia, which is the paper name, Canaletto 160 GSM Lycia, or maybe Lycia, whatever, is a smooth textured finish which is excellent for drawing, inking and colouring. Cool. And what it says up here, tell a story. This month we want you to use these art supplies to tell a story, either about yourself or someone else. It can be true or fictional, but try to take a snapshot to convey a memory or emotion. Take inspiration from our featured artists this month and share your story with the Scrawler community. This could be a single image or even a small comic strip, but the idea is to convey that feeling even without the use of words. Well, that's what art is, Scrawlrbox. You funny people. Good luck, and remember to keep scrolling. I will! Yay! Okay, so tell a story and convey a memory or emotion. Tell a story and convey a memory or emotion. And growing up, the concept makes me instantly think of a portrait. I've been doing a lot of portraiture lately. I really enjoy that, and I've been, doing some gigs at art galleries, doing it for money, which has been amazing. Being paid to draw people it's actually hugely confronting, but also incredibly fun. I had all these people sitting in front of me, one after the other, and I just had to keep drawing, and yeah, it was really fun. But also wonderful to be paid for something that you love doing. So I really ended up enjoying this box in the end. I actually love everything that was in this box. I actually ended up really loving the colours that they sent me as well, the Winsor & Newton, sorry. I've never worked with skin tones before and I found it really satisfying. I've never been able to do a realistic skin toned portrait before, probably because I didn't have the right tools, but now that I have these perfect colours for white people, I'll be able to do some realistic white person portraits. So in future, I'd love to get some darker tones to do some, people of color. One thing that I didn't love is that alcohol markers absolutely stink and they're terrible for your respiratory health. And I already have respiratory issues, disabilities, so I ended up having to wear a gas mask, and I'm airing out my room right now still because the alcohol is lingering and it's making my throat hurt and my lungs hurt a little bit. So if you do a lot of work with alcohol markers, please be aware of your respiratory health and, always work in a ventilated space. And, gas mask if you need it. I certainly do, and I'm glad that I wear it when I work. The fine liner, doing the thin line work, was really nice. It was great for details. I didn't do a great job with the eyes, but I really enjoyed using it. It's a great fine liner. And it didn't smudge with the alcohol inks, which is great. And the brush, oh my gosh, I love the brush pen. It's really satisfying to use, and it's a lovely dark color, and I actually love how it, when you lift it slightly, you get that brushy sort of faded look at the end of your strokes. I love that. I'm a bit worried about the nib, how it will fare in future, because I tend to press quite hard with things. I was going really light just to be careful, because I'm kind of worried, because it's a felt nib, that it won't hold up very well. They're prone to breaking and fraying, so yeah, I'll have to be really careful about that. The White Pit pen, I like it, but I'm not like super enamored of it. I feel like I might have to do some more testing with that to fall in love with it. I'd like to do some white line work on toned paper to see how it goes with that. I love how it does dot work on black. I
I don't love how it layered over the hair, and I actually don't like how thick it is. I kind of, in comparison to the Sakura jelly rolls that I've gotten in the past Scrawlrboxes, I kind of prefer the jelly rolls. But it's nice to not always get jelly rolls and to try something different, so I really appreciate that. You saw me turn the sheet over then, and I actually really love the portrait as it turned out on the back side of the paper too. Yeah, and the alcohol inks did bleed through the paper just a little bit, so that is something to be aware of. Probably where I was more heavy with my brushwork and like layered it too many times. So yeah, but all in all, I absolutely loved this Scrawlrbox. I really enjoyed doing the drawing. It's something that I have never done before. I've never drawn a portrait in alcohol ink, and I can't believe I did such well, it's not perfect, it's not brilliant art, but I really love it. I love the image that I ended up drawing. So I'm really grateful to Scrawlrbox for getting me out of my comfort zone and, you know, getting me to explore a bit more. So I hope you enjoyed watching this little vlog, and see you next time. Bye! Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you'd like to watch more, click on the video to the right. If you'd like to help me make more videos, click on the left to donate $1 to my Patreon account. And click on the circle in the middle to subscribe. Bye, sweethearts!